Hello everyone, and welcome to another Company Heroes 2 replay cast. My name is ATR, and today we're going to have a 1v1 on Semoskiy Winter. Our heroes today are going to be Incompetent, once again, this time playing for the Germans. And his opponent is going to be ComradeRobert, playing for the Soviets of the Red Army. So yeah, Incompetent, I hate you a little bit more, but thanks for submitting. But yeah, we're back in Semoskiy Winter. This time around, however, he is playing for the Germans, so yeah, hopefully it'll be interesting. Doctrine-wise, we see that Incompetent has already selected his doctrine, and that is the Blitzkrieg doctrine. Can't really get anything from it at this early stage, but, well, I'm assuming he probably has the strategy in mind because of that. Tech-wise, we see Tier 1 going down for Incompetent, like you would expect, and Grenadiers coming out, as, again, you would expect. For ComradeRobert, however, the things turn a little bit more interesting. He got himself Tier 1 to start off with, but has not gotten anything from Tier 1 yet. He got himself 2 conscript squads, and let's see if he gets himself a 3rd one or if he's saving up for something else. Well, he is past the 240. And 260, so unless he is... Yeah, looks like... Well, he's up to 300 manpower now, so I would assume he's saving for something. We'll see if it's a penal battalion, or maybe a sniper, or hell, even an M3, but usually you don't want an M3 at that point that early, but we'll see. And anyways, interesting tech choice over here for Incompetent. Ooh, sniper for ComradeRobert. Okay, so that's gonna be interesting. Two conscripts into sniper. That's very weird. Center of the map, we see an engagement. Grenadiers shooting long range against conscripts. 2 conscript squads at that, and second conscript squad runs forward to get itself right on top of Incompetent's Grenadiers. They're bluffing, however, because I do not believe they have Molotovs. No, they don't. And the Grenadiers are gonna be able to jump into the house and put up a decent fight. I was saying, though, interesting choice for Incompetent. He goes for a sniper. That almost feels like if he gets himself an MG after that, that may be the Volks sniper MG, right? I mean, obviously these aren't Volks Grenadiers, these are actual Grenadiers, but you know, similar concept. Sniper takes a shot, down goes one of the conscripts. Let's keep a tab on this sniper. Conscripts notice that there is a sniper on the field and are now chasing it. Second shot goes down by the sniper, nails one of the conscripts, and they are forced to retreat. Grenadiers in the house focusing on these conscripts, now down to 3 men. They are trying to take the point. They will be able to decap it before they get killed, and they'll probably be able to retreat and stay alive. Sniper back at base, and we now see Battle Phase 1 getting upgraded for Incompetent. So M3 Scout Car, 2nd unit out of Tier 2 for ComradeRobert. So very interesting teching choices. You don't see this all the time. It's yeah, interesting. Also, the sniper for ComradeRobert is in the Scout Car. So Scout Car with sniper in it. So interesting thing that we see 2 snipers on the field. So let's see who gets the counter snipe. My bet is on the Soviet sniper, so we shall see. Conscripts over here still holding the line. We have the Grens in the house still hold up. Sniper back on the field for Incompetent right now traversing the ice. And we have the Soviet scout car with the sniper down south at the fuel point. It is going to take some shots at the Grenadiers, so that will make itself known. Scout car getting pushed by the Grenadiers themselves. The Grenadiers do have the ability to faust now because of the Battle Phase 1. Sniper shot goes down, and the Grenadiers now down to 1 man traversing the heavy snow. Will the Scout car continue to chase him and potentially take him down? Sniper misses the last shot, and unfortunately for ComradeRobert, Incompetent makes it out with his life. Sniper is as well retreating for Incompetent, so after noticing that there is a sniper on the field with a scout car, he decides to retreat, fall back with his own sniper, and stay safe. Manpower-wise, Incompetent is now up to 490 manpower, 500 now. He is building a bunker, which means he will be able to lay down some medics to get those units back to full strength, but that doesn't help him that much considering that there is a sniper on the field. Sniper cares not for your health, he's still going to shoot you in the head, which, as healthy as it might be, is not bullet resistant. So Tier 2 going down for Incompetent as well because of his, resource float. probably be able to get himself some Panzer Grenadiers and another unit. Sorry about that. A little bit of hair in my mouth. Probably will be getting some Panzer Grenadiers and another unit. Although no, I think I'm gonna wager that it's gonna be a scout car. I mean, he knows that there is a Soviet scout car on the field and a sniper. Yeah, look at that scout car and queued up a Panzer Grenadier. So yeah, I was right about the Panzer Grenadiers, but I was even more right about the scout car. So So yeah, he's gonna do that. Put the up gun and try to hunt down that scout car, take it down, and the scout car itself is very, very good at taking down the snipers as well. So yeah, excellent choice there for Incompetent. We shall see how it pans out. He's now sending his infantry over to the left-hand side instead of focusing in the center because he is anticipating or suspecting that he has the sniper roaming around in the center. So he wants to stay as far as he can. Incompetent sniper is going to jump into the house. A little bit lonely by himself, but he will be able to take a very nice defensible position. Grenadiers over here taking some shots by the conscripts. Conscripts get sniped. And down to 5 men. Grenadiers continue to push. Conscripts getting shot more by the sniper. Down go 2 of the conscripts and forcing the retreat. Down to 1 man on the retreat. The Grenadiers will not be able to kill it off. It is very high in health for a 1-man squad. So it makes it alive, even though just barely. Center of the map. Grenadiers just pushing forward. The scout car for Robert is down south on the victory point. German scout car coming into the center. The up gun has not gotten upgraded because of lack of munitions right now, so fortunately for Incompetent, he can't kill off the scout car just yet. Rifle nades being used by Grenadiers, so delaying the up gun even further. Still, the scout car is very capable of killing the Soviet scout car without the up gun if it can chase it down, but it is, you know, a little bit more time consuming, I suppose. Grens over here in the north, going to the victory point. Gonna run into some conscripts, so it's gonna be a fight. Can throw a rifle nade as well, which would give them the advantage. We see the Grenadiers stopping, moving around, conscripts pushing forward. Are we actually gonna see the rifle nade go down? No, the Grenadiers are actually gonna get a little bit battered there. Sniper still in the house, does exit and is running into the center actually. Interesting choice. German scout car just moving around in the snow, and the German sniper just taking position by that fence, cloaked, becoming one with the wood. No one can see him, and they're going to end up retreating. So scout car going over to the north, going to try to push away those conscripts that mistreated his own squad. Scout car, Soviet scout car, over here on the right-hand side, being used to cap. Not exactly sure I agree with that. A combat engineer would do just as well, if not better, but I guess that's fine, I suppose. I mean, it is a scout car with a sniper, which can be used very, very aggressively, very harassive, but we'll see. Conscripts over here getting harassed by the scout car, do get a lot of damage thrown at them, down to 3 men. Probably might even end up retreating. Sniper over here in the center does notice that there is some units nearby, but doesn't take any shots at them. Grenadiers moving into the center to the victory point. We have Panzer Grenadiers hold up in the graveyard. And a conscript squad that is only firing with 4 of their men, while 2 just sit back and relax on this other side. Scout car now finally getting that autocannon upgrade. We see the scout car with the sniper moving to the cutoff point for Incompetent. So if Incompetent notices this, he can send his own scout car in to kill it off. Panzer Grenadiers getting swarmed by conscripts. They decide to retreat even though they are stronger than conscripts and can lay down a lot of damage. Scout car moves forward and gets its upgrade going with Veterancy also kicking in. Very nice. Grenadiers of Veterancy 2, now very strong, capable of doing a lot of damage. Veterancy 2 says that it gives you weapon accuracy. It does give a couple extra bonuses there besides weapon accuracy. We'll mention them in a second, but we shall see. So, Grenadier does end up retreating in the face of those conscripts. They do take a lot of damage. 18-8 goes down on the scout car, however, and the scout car is dead, so Incompetent loses the option he had to take down the Soviet scout car, and the Soviet scout car now has free reign to hunt down German infantry. Sniper taking some shots at Panzer Grenadiers as they approach. Down goes 1 Panzer Grenadier. Scout car will turn around and run away, apparently. And we now have Pios hold up in the center, trying as much as they can to stand against those conscripts. snipers in the scout car laying down more shots at the grenadiers as they approach. The grenadiers do get close enough. No, they're trying to get close enough for a Faust, but they are taking shots by the sniper and more conscripts, and they end up taking too much damage. So let's take a quick look at that document as I said. So at Veteran C2, grenadiers get 40% accuracy, which is pretty good. I mean, that's what it says right there as far as the description. Where are conscripts? Here we go. No, not conscripts. Grenadiers is what I'm talking about. Sorry about that. Ooh, sniper retreating in the center of the map. Here you go, grenadiers. Where's the Veteran C2? Grenadiers. Veteran C2, it's just improved weapon accuracy, right? So it's 40% the accuracy that gets improved. However, it also gives it a 25% range increase on the rifle grenade. So it's pretty good. Pretty good. Anyway, ComradeRobert went for tier 3 after his tier 1, and you know, decent investment in it. And got a T70. T70 is currently unopposed in the field. There's really not much that Incompetent can do against it. He could potentially Faust and get some Panzer Shreks on his Panzer Grenadiers, but with the sniper on the field right now, that is a very risky maneuver, especially because Panzer Grenadiers are very expensive as far as manpower. Pioneer trying to retreat through the center of the map in the face of the T70, the flamethrower, the sniper, and conscripts. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4 against 1. Only 1 in 1 squad, so doesn't make it alive. Panzer Grenadiers getting chased by that T70. T70 doing a lot of damage to them. The scout car could as well move in to intercept them and try to shoot them down as they retreat. Down to 1 man on the retreat. Unfortunately, though, ComradeRobert isn't very aggressive with his sniper scout car, which is a little bit unfortunate. I mean, not much point in putting the sniper in a scout car if you're not going to be harassing with them, but, well, so far it has worked out okay for him. He does have 9 kills on the sniper. Grenadiers, Panzer Grenadiers, right on top of the scout car. This will kill one of the members of the sniper squad, doing a lot of damage to the scout car itself. The scout car does manage to run away, but the sniper inside does get executed, which is what I was talking about. It is a very risky maneuver there to put it in front of the units. You want to just harass, but whatever. Anyways, Grenadier squad down to 1 man as a Veteran C2 on the retreat. Can it make it out alive? Pack-on now on the field for Incompetent. Does take a nice shot on the side armor of that T70. T70 is now stuck and abandoned in the ice. Can Incompetent pick up this T70 and put it to use for himself? I would strongly suggest that he does. We shall see if that is what he ends up doing. Piles are running onto the field. The pack gun is set up to, well, essentially shoot it down if necessary. And we see a flamethrower getting dropped by the combat engineers, and interestingly enough, a Panzer Grenadier squad is the one that picks up a flamethrower. That is sexy. That is quite arousing. Flamethrower on a Panzer Grenadier, I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, obviously, the Sturmgewehr rifles are pretty good at killing infantry. They're really, really freaking good, but a flamethrower is just sexy. It's hot, right? Flamethrower is hot. Anyways, the Pioneers decide to repair the T-70 on the field without really much else. Scout car still on the field for ComradeRobert, not even getting repaired. We do have a sniper on the field for Robert, which is now not getting garrisoned in that car. As far as units goes, he did suffer incredible losses. Now down to 2 conscripts only and no combat engineers. So very heavy losses for Robert, so he's set back quite a bit. Competent sitting in a very comfortable position infantry-wise. Has a Panzer Grenadier, sniper, you know. Has taken a lot of losses himself as well, but he is currently in the lead in that regard. Victory points, however, Incompetent is now down to 192 points. He is currently double capped. Needs to do something about the right-hand side. That is completely for him to take. The T-70 currently getting repaired now, almost at full strength. And there it goes, it's full strength, so it needs to get taken by those Pios, and this would give Incompetent the, well, dominant that he needed. And now we see the flamethrower on the Panzer Grenadiers going to town on these conscripts with the armor that these Panzer Grenadiers get. They are capable of just sitting there, taking damage, and burning everything alive. And I think it's worth it. Now at Veteran C2, Jesus. So Grenadiers move on forward.
Reporting.
We'll check the Veteran C for the Panzer Grenadiers as well in a second, just to compare what the description says to what the actual stats are. Snipers currently circling each other, very close to each other. The sniper has taken some damage, but it doesn't really matter in the face of another sniper. Sniper crossing the river. Oh, gets shot by the Soviet sniper. Very nice pickup there for Robert. So that puts him in the lead there. Panzer IV on the field, hits a mine, and gets its engine blown up. That isn't a standard Panzer IV, that is your command tank. So, interesting investment there by Incompetent. Is going to need to send those Pios into repair. The Pios did end up going back to base because they, most of them were used to recruit over here. So the sniper over here taking some shots at the Grenadiers. We do have the T-70 that is going to move in right on top of the sniper and do some very good damage. T-34 now on the field, however, for Robert, which could very easily hunt down and kill the Soviet sniper. Scout car runs straight into the stolen T-70 and is now in a lot of trouble. T-70 taking some shots at the scout car, doing some not impressive damage, I gotta say. I would have thought the T-70 would do more damage to his scout car. Does bring it down to about 25% health, but in the face of conscripts, Incompetent decides to back off. T-70 does take some very nice shots at it and actually gets veterancy 1 very early on now. And the pack gun is over here. The Panzer IV is getting repaired over here on the back, and the T-34 is in the fuel point. T-70 being used in the center very aggressively. Conscripts end up retreating. Panzer Grenadiers with a flamethrower back on the field. And anyways, we're talking about the Panzer Grenadiers. It says combat expertise increases squad survivability and weapon control while under fire. So that would mean armor, right? Armor and something about rate of fire or cooldown. So let's take a quick look at Panzer Grenadiers, and that's 40% armor, which is very nice. So almost half of it, 40%. And a 25% cooldown reduction, which should mean, you know, they fire more often. So that's very nice at home. T-34 in the center, takes some shots at the Panzer Grenadiers, forces them away. The Panzer IV is a command tank, so it is not very good against tanks. I believe it is capable of killing a T-34, if I'm not mistaken, but with the support of the pack gun, it should pretty much, you know, tip the balance in its favor. Snipers in the center, very low in health, actually. We see Pios running around. The Panzer IV notices the snipers, but they get cloaked in the heavy cover. They barely, actually, ComradeRobert barely hits the ability to stop the hold fire. So the snipers make it out alive. Very lucky. T-34 in the center doesn't even bother shooting at the Panzer IV. And the pack gun moves up a little bit. Panzer IV moves forward, takes a shot at the T-34, and like I said, even though it is a stubby gun, it does have the capability of killing that T-34. Look at that damage go down. That T-34 is currently toast. Oh, it actually misses. Panzer IV misses as well, but actually bounces. And there we go. Moves forward, gets a nice shot off, and down goes the T-34. So very nice pick up there for Incompetent. Right on time, especially because he was going to actually be having to deal with two T-34s if he had waited any longer. Two 18-8s go down on the Panzer IV. The Panzer IV does finally get a crit on the engine, and we now have Veterancy 3 for these conscripts. They are up against the Veterancy 2 Panzer Grenadiers, and without reading the stats, I can tell you that conscripts no longer get any defensive bonuses, even at Veterancy 3. So they're better at killing, but they're still just as likely to die as they once were. T-70 pushing straight into the enemy base. Sorry about that. Weird glitch. Okay. Well, anyways, so T-70 pushes straight into the enemy base, but ComradeRobert did have the second T-34 on the field, which takes a shot at the stolen T-70, but it doesn't manage to kill it. T-70, though, gets a little bit stuck in the ice, has to rev its engine to break free, and the T-34 manages to barely just catch up to him, even with the defensive bonus, and Veterancy 2 gets shot. Ooh, main gun gets destroyed, but the T-70 makes it out alive once again. So unlucky break there for ComradeRobert. He does not manage to get the kill on the stolen vehicle, and now has his own T-34 in the center of the map, exposing his rear armor right in the front of a Panzer IV and a pack gun. Panzer IV pushes forward, takes a shot at the T-34. The pack gun, however, is shot blocked by a tree. Okay, not exactly sure what's going on with the game. It keeps on freezing, but it then recovers. And it's not the same errors that I've been having before. That is my entire computer. So, yeah, that's kind of weird. Just not sure what's going on there with the game, but well. Hopefully we can continue on. So anyways, T-70 currently getting repaired by the Pios. The Pios getting slaughtered by the scout car. And they're going to die because they don't move. There they go. The T-70 still on the field with a destroyed gun. Panzer IV moves in to support it, takes a shot at the scout car, destroys the engine and the main gun, and now goes the entire scout car because, well, it was trying to kill a tank, even if it is a very light tank, so I'm not exactly sure what it was thinking about. Another pilot squad getting built for Incompetent. His command tank has actually been doing quite a lot of work and been going to town on everything. Sorry for all these errors. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with the game. I have to check it out, but okay, let me try to fix that overlay because it's now gotten out of sync. It's weird. The game like stops and the sound continues to like loop, and then it continues after a while. But my computer is fine. My recording over here keeps on going, the overlay keeps on ticking. It's the game that's essentially like freezing. And we still got quite a bit to go, so I think this is going to be one annoying cast. Sorry about that, guys. I'm not sure what's going on. I'll check it out afterwards, but well, we're already halfway in there, right? So anyways, so Panzer IV moves up to the north, takes some shots at the conscript, does a lot of damage to them, but they manage to back off. And well, while we wait, I suppose, and just let things happen. Not a lot has happened. Ooh, center of the map. Sniper getting caught by that Panzer IV. They are retreating. Can they make it out alive? It looks like they're going to make it out alive. T-34 does take a shot at the Panzer IV. Blitzkrieg goes down. It looks like Robert wants to nail that sniper, and he does. And the Panzer IV command tank is now behind. The T-34 gets some shots at the rear armor, and is now using his Blitzkrieg to get the hell out of Dodge. Does some more damage to the T-34, taking some damage in return, but makes it alive. The T-34 thinks it twice and backs off into the other side of the river, considering that it notices, oh wait, I'm very low in health. Also, I guess that's my bad there. The overlay didn't get updated correctly. Wow, just the storm of errors going down in this game. This has not gone out as planned. But well, anyways, ComradeRobert got himself the guard mortar coordination tactics, and he has a guard rifle on the field right now. So that is an okay option. We'll help him out against. Oh, very nice nade there. There's a lot of damage to those Panzer Grenadiers, but the Grenadiers themselves are actually quite well. And with the flamethrower on those Panzer Grenadiers, they're just cooking those guards alive, forcing them to retreat right away. So anyways, up north, T-70 now back in full action, full swing. Veteran C2. Veteran C2 says battle-hardened crews improve main gun accuracy and rate of fire. So we'll learn what that means in a different game, because I don't have the notes for that unit. Only got the notes for the German units just yet, so sorry about that. I don't want to spend a lot of time just researching or looking up the notes. I'll eventually have that document finalized for easier access. So T-70 up north being used to capture, and Robert notices this, so he sends his T-34 straight up north to try to kill that T-70. First shot misses. Does Incompetent notice? He does not notice. He's still trying to cap the point, and the T-34 now takes a shot at the T-70. T-70 now at about 75% health. Incompetent still not noticing, and he is going to let it die now, which is quite unfortunate. T-70 in hands of the Germans is quite a nice thing to have, but T-70 is now dead. So anyways, the conscripts I was saying are quite interesting. Let's see if we can take a look at these notes very quickly. Let's just follow them around. And here we go. The conscripts at Veteran C2, it says in the game that they get improves weapon accuracy, right? It does, obviously. It's 40% increase in accuracy, but something that isn't mentioned here is a 25% increase in the range of Molotov, which is quite nice. And then at Veteran C3, it says combat expertise increases squad survivability and weapon control while under fire. So obviously that means armor, right? So yeah, it gets plus 30% armor. So my mistake. At Veteran C3, conscripts are tougher. Not as tough as they once were, I would assume, but you know, at least they are more survivable at Veteran C3. And they also get a 20% reduction in cooldown and a 25% reduction in the recharge of AT grenades. So something to keep in mind. I'll probably be mentioning this a lot until we all know it by heart, right? But oh well. So anyways, we see ComradeRobert making a push into the center. As far as Incompetent, he has lost quite a bit. He lost his T-70, which is quite sad. T-70 was so good. Pack takes a shot at the T-34, nails it directly, gets some good damage. T-34 gains veteran C2 in the process, which means Battle-Hardened Crews gains better control. Nasty shot there. It goes down. Oh well. Doesn't matter what the Battle-Hardened Crew gained in that situation because it is now dead. Panzer IV or Panzer IV Command Tank now gains veteran C2, which says received armor skirts as well as improved weapon tracking. Now, I don't believe there is a log or note for the command tank specifically. I believe it's just the same values as the Panzer IV, you know, any Panzer IV. So let us take a look at that. The Panzer IV at veteran C2 gains 30% armor and 40% turret rotation. So yeah, it means the turret turns faster and it gains armor. So very nice. And it says here what? As well as improved weapon tracking. Okay, so yeah, it actually kind of tells you exactly what it is, but you know, just to be more specific, 30% armor and 40% turret rotation. So it's actually better for drive-bys now. 18A goes off and actually gets a crit. Very nice there for Robert. Conscripts do end up having to retreat. However, he only has guards on the field, which are now at 4 men. Guards rifle at veteran C2. Veteran C2 for guards says weapon training improves accuracy and penetration, as well as survivability. We'll check that in a later game, but well, at least we can read it for now, right? So the Panzer IV backs off a little bit. It has some piles nearby to repair. We'll also have a Panzer Grenadier squad on the field for Incompetent, which has Panzer Shreks. And a Brumbar. Very nice. Very nice. Let me just check here. 2651. Okay, so yeah, it looks like to be in sync. Maybe a little bit off, but nothing that should matter much. 1 or 2 seconds off. So Panzer IV back to full strength. It's very interesting that he went with that one and then straight to tier 4. I like it, however. That's a very nice thing to do. I mean, tier 1, tier 2, skipping tier 3 straight to tier 4 and getting a command tank as a Panzer IV. You know, pretty nice. Pretty solid strategy there by Incompetent, I gotta say. So Panzer Grenadiers pushing into the center. The guards rifle getting shot by the Brumbar. Brumbar getting a kill as soon as it hits the map. Turns around, gonna get a shot at those Bed 3 conscripts, and Batum gets 2 in 1 shot. Panzer IV as well taking some shots at the conscripts, forcing them to retreat, and Incompetent has a foothold on the map once again. However, if we notice, Incompetent is very low on his victory points. 77 to 392. Incompetent is a little bit desperate. Not that bad, but you know, it's cutting it kind of close. He is, like I said, in a controlling position. ComradeRobert, however, does have the advantage as far as infantry goes. That is 4 conscript squads and a guard rifle versus 2 Panzer Grenadiers and a Gren, which, yeah, Panzer Grenadiers and the Grens do have a little bit more staying power, and there's 2 brand new vanilla conscript squads with no veterancy. But still, if they are sent to the edges of the map like this one and capping, you know, doesn't matter if they're Vet 0 or not. Panzer IV over here capturing with the Pios. Panzer Grens, Pios, and Grenadiers pushing forward on that T-34. Panzer Shreks going off, doing a lot of damage to that T-34. T-34 now down to a sliver of health. With combat engineers nearby trying to repair them, the Panzer Grenadiers decide to not chase them. They do get shot a little bit, which is unfortunate. They could have actually finished off that tank. But with the pack gun over here in the flank, the T-34 does go down anyways. Pio's getting ripped to shreds here by the combat engineers down to 2 men. They are going to die unless they retreat right now. Panzer IV moves in to defend or support, and the combat engineers are getting shot by the Panzer IV. Panzer IV not destroyed as like the Panzer IV. There was anti-infantry, but it is doing some good damage. Down to 1 man on the retreat. Can it kill off that squad? The coaxial gun shoots, but no, it doesn't look like it's going to be able to get the kill on combat engineers. Nope. Makes it alive. Brumman in the center as well, holding its own. Does have only 3 kills, but it is quite formidable, and there's nothing on the field that ComradeRobert can do or send out to stop it. And yeah. So we now have the command tank in the enemy base. Gonna start going to town against everything. So Incompetent might be wanting to go for another annihilation or base kill. Nasty shot goes in there, kills off one of the squads. The combat engineers are getting reinforced. And we see the conscript and guards rifle pushing back. Nasty shot there by that Panzer IV. Gets three of those combat engineers. Pops some smoke and gets himself out of the base. Still better to 2, which gives him that armor bonus. So it's you know, quite hardy, quite easy, quite safe. Another T-34 game produced for ComradeRobert. So he wants to have something to be able to combat all these vehicles. And interestingly enough, Incompetent does have a lot as far as fuel goes. Could get himself a Panther. Oh, there we go. See, it's actually getting a Panther. Panzer IV sitting right south the exit of the base, laying down fire on those bunkers. Down goes one of the MG bunkers. T-34 hits the field and is now right in front of the Panzer IV. The Panzer IV does have its veterancy too, and hits Blitzkrieg. There are no combat engineers. Oh, sorry. There are no conscripts or guards rifle nearby to stop it. They were outside in the front of the base. Hits Blitzkrieg and gets the hell out of there very quickly. Look at that speed. It is now going straight to the north to the victory point. Will get some shots up on these conscripts. The conscript will throw an 18-8 and hits the rear armor. Getting a crit on the engine. This is standard engine damage, so the Panzer IV could make it out alive. Needs to leave now, however, because there is a T-34 going in to chase it. We do have the Brumbar in the front of the base, which could help out, but Panzer IV is probably not going to die. Veteran G3 is hit, but only for a second as the T-34 moves in. Should it sit in the rear armor and execute the command tank. Quite unfortunate there for Robert. He does call in a second command tank, wants to keep that morale up while with the commander always present. Ooh, very nasty shot there. PTRS rifle gets dropped and the guard rifle actually gets killed off completely. Another shot goes off by the Brumbar, killing those conscripts down to 2 men. 18A did go off on the Brumbar, getting some damage on the engine. The Brumbar shoots at the T-34, doing some damage. The gun itself is strong enough to penetrate. And Pios are moving behind. We do have the command tank and the Panther hitting the field. Can they get in time to save the Brumbar? I do not think it's going to be enough. Veteran C2 acquired on the T-34, which says battle hardened crews gain better control over the vehicle's main gun, improving targeting and rate of fire. Brumbar tries to get repaired. Ooh, it actually bounces off the frontal armor. In comes the Panzer Shrek and kills off the T-34. Very lucky there for Incompetent. Manages to barely keep his Brumbar alive. The Brumbar does have the engine damage still, but with the Pios there for repairs and the tanks nearby for support, he's gonna be just fine. Another T-34 game produced for ComradeRobert. He might just be wanting to head straight in to finish off the deal on that Brumbar, but with the Panzer IV on the field as well as a Panther, which is over here behind it, that is not actually going to turn out very well. More Pios moving in to repair the Brumbar. T-34 does get stopped right in front of the base, so ComradeRobert thinks it twice and decides not to go for that. Down to 64 points for Incompetent, but he does have 2 points in his favor right now and is going for the third, so he should be very fine. These Panzer Grenadiers with the flamethrower are just bitching. It's pretty awesome. So we shall see. There was a replay that I casted where a penal battalion could have picked up a second flamethrower, which would have been awesome, but unfortunately they were not the ones to pick it up. I would have liked to seen that, but oh well. T-34 moving up to the north, trying to stop those Panzer Grenadiers. We do have the Panzer IV command tank there for support. Takes a shot, bounces off the armor. T-34 returns fire, but the pack gun behind for support nails the T-34 in the front armor, doing a lot of damage. Second damage go down, damages the engine. T-34 now cannot escape. We do have a guard rifle coming up for support. Smoke gets popped by the command tank because, well, there was a lot of infantry squads moving up. And we now see a Stuka close air support getting called in into the zone. And here comes the barrage, here comes the Stuka. And, well, doesn't actually do a lot of damage. Actually didn't kill much. Did a little bit of damage to T-34, but that's about it. Conscripts do end up having to retreat. The Panther moves into the zone to help out. The guards rifle are right in the path of the Panther. They are going to get run down. One of them gets run down. If he continues to go forward, he could kill them off, but now with the retreat, that is no longer going to be the case. And T-34 is now dead. So again, Incompetent still holding strong. He now has a Panzerwerfer on the field. Interesting choice. But again, he could just simply start bombarding the enemy base. There isn't much else that he can bombard. We do see combat engineers going over to the right-hand side. ComradeRobert still very adamant in getting some victory points. He can feel that he's very close to victory, having his opponent down to 64 points. But he himself is now down to 260 points, almost getting to the half point. And at triple caps, it's gonna, tick out very fast. But with, the capping of this point, he will slow down the ticking to give him some time and potentially put him back in the game. But Incompetent, I think, is too far ahead now. Too much armor, 4 vehicles already on the field, and Robert has no income in the field. And we now see the German armada, or well, tank armada, going straight into the base. The Brumbar moves in. I can actually kill infantry. Let me handle these guys. Let me add him, coach. I can still get into this game. And boom! Look at those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kills in one shot for the Brumbar. Brumbar getting the veterancy point, which means target weak point. He can target the weak point of humans, which is the entire body. Nice shot goes in, executes the entire conscript squad pretty much. More guard rifles on the field. I think those were guards, not conscripts. PTRS rifle gets dropped. Brumbar getting more kills, up to 29 kills now. Conscripts and guards rifle trying to run away as much as they can. We now see the tanks focusing on tier 3, trying to prevent any armor from hitting the field anymore. ComradeRobert does have the ability to call in T-34-85s, however, but, well, with an income of 4 fuel, we would be here for a long while before that ever happens, and I think these tanks would take care of the base before that ever happens. So the guards rifle and conscript decide to evacuate the base and just simply move on. The combat engineers did end up capturing the point, and we have the Panzerwerfer over here just sitting comfortably, not doing much. Panzer Grenadiers capturing territory.
Forces are securing our territory.
And a PTRS rifle did get dropped over here that didn't get picked up by anybody. This mine never got completed at all in the entire game. ComradeRobert tried to lay it down at one point, but he ended up losing his combat engineer squad, which got picked, which dropped the flamethrower actually. So tier 3 and tier 1 now down for Robert. He doesn't have any tech structures, and his base sector is now getting attacked. We see the bunkers being the ones getting focused. The Brumbar heading straight into the center of the map. We also have minefields getting laid down by Incompetent just in case. And the Brumbar decides to move in to deal with the infantry. It looks like the Panzerwerfer threw a barrage at the victory point to try to clear off those infantry. Did do a lot of damage. 1 man left in the guard rifle and 2 men left in the veteran conscript squad. Shot goes off, hits the tree, barely stay alive. PTRS shoots in retaliation and penetrates the armor of the Brumbar, but the Brumbar does not care. Guards rifle hitting the field for ComradeRobert, trying desperately to do anything at all. The Panzer IV goes on a driving, killing spree, running down the guards rifle as much as he can. Down 1 left, and down goes an entire guards rifle.
Target destroyed.
Brumbar still chasing down. Grants execute the infantry, and nothing left on the field for Robert. Will he wait for himself to be killed, or is he going to call it quits? And he calls it quits. Okay, so at least it wasn't annihilation. Okay, well, excellent. So, I gotta apologize. Like I said, I don't know what was going on there. That's not my usual issues with recording. I mean, when I've said that my computer crashes, it's because my computer freezes up completely. But this was a weird error. I mean, the game itself, which is simply freeze up with the sound on loop, and then, unfreeze after a couple seconds. Even though my computer was fine, I could still move my mouse and do that. Obviously, I mean, I'm going to be editing it. I did edit it, or I'm going to be editing it so that you can't really see those errors that much. I'm going to have to find them, however, which is going to be kind of annoying. But yeah. Sorry about that. Like I said, I don't know what was going on there. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the game. If you have any positive or negative remarks, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you have any replays you want to send me, go ahead and send them to the email that I will put in the description. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time.